Circus mountain lion who was chained up for 20 years experiences freedom for the first time. This was never an ideal place for a mountain lion to grow up. He was caged among piles of circus paraphernalia that were filled with rust. You can see the adverse effects of his captivity on his body. He is shorter and thinner than most of his kind. His eyes also speak about how lonely and devastating his life was. They got away with this as they chained the poor animal to the back of their truck, moving from village to village to continue with their circus show. This continued for 20 years until the local wildlife officials raided the circus. Before that, the focus was safety measures. The organization said they received a tip from an individual about the circus holding a wild animal as a captive for their show. They gave the current location of the traveling circus in an isolated village in northern Peru, and the ADI and law enforcement went to the area immediately. They took him away from that truck, along with a surrendered condor, and saved what was believed to be the last wild animal to ever be in a circus in South America. They cut off his bindings, and he was surprised to feel free, at least from the binding he was in, and looked around. He stood up, stretched, and walked around the cage that would transport him to a Peruvian forest for his well-deserved retirement. The moment they opened his cage door to his new home, you could sense that Mufasa wasn't familiar with his surroundings, in a good way. It is magical to see him moving about in and out of the trees in his own piece of protected forest. Jan Creamer, president of Animal Defenders International, told Inside Edition, "Mufasa was torn from the wild and has endured the worst possible life and will need special care. So I hope people will help us give him a wonderful retirement by making a donation today," Creamer added. His medical checkups showed that he suffered from kidney failure and other age conditions because of his living situation in the circus. It may be sad that he didn't enjoy his freedom that much, but Hadiani shared that it's much better than not having experienced liberty at all. That's a brighter way to put it, and I hope Mufasa enjoyed that short but sweet time in the forest.